Wow,
Wow.
here
Here
we
we
are. Let me see. I think I get a little bit of feedback here. No, I guess we're sounding okay. Hey, everybody. Business Card Radio with Margo Levette is here, and I am so happy. Let me change this banner. You know, I love magazines. I really do. Let me change this to our guest. You find it at the lower third here, who this dear lady is. I'm Margo Levette with Business Card Radio, Margo Levette. And I love it when entrepreneurs create, when they build, they launch. And that's what this platform is all about. People who have done such a thing. Now, let's come and talk about it. Let's share with the world what you're doing, your business, your product, your service. Today, we are talking with a woman, Alvinya Key. She has a magazine, Black Coffee Magazine. Welcome. Thank you for joining me here today.
Hi, how are you?
I am full of energy, full of black coffee. I am a coffee snob. So, you know what? The clock is ticking. Let's just jump right in. As everybody can see, you are a young woman. And my first question is this: we are living in a time when I've seen magazines, even from the nationally syndicated magazines, go from newspapers go from thick. Let me get into thick to pamphlet. What in the world would make you think that now is a good time for Elvina Key to begin a magazine?
Well, I've always wanted a magazine. That is just something. I think I was like 18 years old when I decided that I wanted to do a magazine. And I went to school. I went to a journalism class. And I was like, oh my God, this is something I want to do. I've always been a writer. I remember my eighth grade teacher telling me that I was going to write. And I'm like, woman, you don't know what you're talking about, whatever. But, anyways, I tried to do the magazine, but me being a young mom, my daughter was 1 at the time, and me going to school and trying to juggle that, it just wasn't the right time. It wasn't God's timing, I should say. And then with everything going on in the pandemic and me being here in Georgia, moving from California to Georgia, and me being a stay-at-home mom, my partner, he was like, well, I'm working, so if you want to, this will be a good time for you right now to start doing everything that you wanted to do. And I'm just like, you know what? I wrote a couple books, and I have a coffee shop actually in LA. I'm a business partner, and it's called Hustler's Cup, and it's with Lenisa Williams. And I'm like, you know what? 2021, I think it's about time for me to start Black Coffee Magazine. And my cousin actually came up with the name because I was trying to figure out what did I want to name it. I wanted it to be significant. I wanted it to stand for Black women in the community. And she said, well, since you are a part a business partner in a coffee shop, why don't you name it Black Coffee? I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, because women, we're Black women, we're strong, we don't need any coffee, cream, or sugar. And it's just a positive attribute to Black women in the community. And I was like, Black Coffee. And now here it is. Our first issue comes out November 15th, and I'm very excited.
Kudos, kudos to you. That's what I'm talking about. Ever since you were age 18, you said, I want a magazine. You've already written some, you're already published, and you are already an entrepreneur. So that makes sense to just go ahead and let this be your next step. Well, let me tell you, I, as a Black woman that loves coffee, that loves magazines and newspapers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, tell us when we get a chance to savor this first issue, what is the what are the contents? What are you going to present in the magazine?
So the contents have to deal with wellness. I have a small business spotlight, which I would be highlighting other small business women in the community. Um, we're going to be talking about yoga and meditation and how important therapy is and dealing with postpartum depression. Um, I'm gonna throw some fashion in there, of course,
Of
and
course.
have some black clothing owners in there as well, and just a little bit of everything that you would normally see in the regular magazines, but it is for the underdog, I would say. I don't want to say underdog. I would just want to say small business women in the community, or your single mom, or just your mom down the street. It's going to highlight them more
Yes.
so, as opposed to like celebrities and things like that.
Well, you know what? You bring up a very interesting point there, and no slur against celebrities. They've all worked hard to get where they are. But you know what? Yeah, what about us moms and stepmoms and aunties and grandmas and are bodacious enough to actually launch a business, which you know is no walk in the park. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. And the way I see it as I speak with you, I understand that you are actually giving structure and inspiration to those of us who are actually doing this. We are part of the tapestry of keeping this economy going and each other. Is that what I hear you say?
Pretty much. I just wanted to highlight us because, some of the bigger magazines, sometimes they may not be able to, even though they may want to, but sometimes they're not able to. So this is where I come in, and I can shed some light to maybe a mom and pop store run by women that you may not know, or a single mother that is raising her kids, going to school, going to work, and still trying to do her own business at the same time.
Yeah. See, once again, I am thoroughly excited because what I hear is that you are controlling the conversation and
Yes.
you are rocking your own mic. And you know, for so long, we gave away that power, but you have taken that back. And when you take it back for the rest of us. So, once again, high five on that, my sister.
Thank
High five.
you.
High
Thank you.
five.
Thank you.
And that's what collaboration, that's what moving forward is all about. So, the publication, is it going to be online? Are we going to be able to purchase online? Are we going to be able to view it online? How does this go? How does it reach the masses?
So it is going to be online at blackcoffee.com, and you will be able to look at every issue. It's going to be like a 2-month issue. So we have November to December, and then the next issue won't come out again until January for February. But it will be online 24 hours of the day once we launch, and you'll be able to read all about the mothers or the small business women, and get some parenting tips, and get some exercising tips, and how to stay healthy, because we need that. Definitely need to be healthy.
Yeah, yeah. So many of us, we push and push and push, and we forget about our health. Or my age, we say, "Well, I used to be able to get away with 2 hours of sleep, so I'm gonna keep on going." And then you find, no, it wasn't good then, and it's really not good
Good
now.
now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, sounds like a safe place. It sounds like a place that is going to enlighten us and cause
Yeah,
us to be better and stronger.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. So did I spell Blackque
Yes,
coffee? Correct?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Want everybody to pay attention. Here on the lower third and here on the banner, Black Coffee, and you say blackcoffee.com.
yes.
Okay. How soon can we scurry over there and reserve a copy? Or is there a price point? Because on Business Card Radio with Margo Levette, this is your time to go ahead and shamelessly give us pricing and all of that good stuff, so that all of the things that people say, oh, you shouldn't talk about that. Yeah, you should talk about the pricing. So and give us the price. This is what we're gonna do. Give us the pricing, how do we get a copy? And then we're going to double on back to how do we become featured in your magazine? Because it sounds like November and December, you probably are all set for that. But for folks who are catching this and they say, oh, I like this. January, February, sign me up. I want to be a part of it. Is there a price to that also? So,
Well, there's a price to advertising. So advertising, we're looking at between a matter of $100 to $200, depending on the size of the banner that we would have to put on the website. We would just need the banner, and then we would need your link to your website.
okay. Okay. And I didn't mean to put you on the spot by that,
Oh, it's
but
fine.
there's so many different there's so many different publications going out until people I don't and let's just have a conversation about this. This is on my mind. There are some people, parts of our population that feel that all media should be free. I don't agree with that at all. I find fault with that. There's a disconnect somewhere because it can't be if you're going to get the best out of a publication. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, yeah, I'm not for the free. That's
Seriously.
where other things come in at and come to play. I don't think that the publication should be free. I don't think that advertising should be free. That's something that people work hard for, and that's how magazines stay alive, especially in this day and age when it comes to online print. Now you're not just printing most of the paperwork, the magazine out, you have online. So for people, I know there are magazines that don't charge for the online for you to look and view the magazine. But if you want to be featured in it, or if you want to do advertising, you have to pay for that. That I think it's fine.
Mhm. I'm glad that we had this conversation because people think digital. Oh, it's so easy. All they have to do is just go ahead and put up a couple of pictures or cut and paste and place something. It's digital versus sending it out to a printer, which is real costly. It costs no matter which way you cut it and slice it. And from what I can see, speaking with you before this conversation, Black Coffee Magazine is a no joke type of publication. It is media. Let's keep that straight, folks. Once you are in digital, once you are in print, that's media. So, okay, I didn't mean to. I no, I meant to get that out. I really meant to get that out because it tells the caliber and the quality of what a person is putting out. That's what I have
Right.
found. It really has been.
Because
So,
building a website for a magazine, that's not cheap. That's pretty expensive.
yeah,
So you have to get that money back somehow. And that's where advertising comes in when it comes to digital. So,
got you, got you. I just like to bring that on out because I bring that on out to light because there's a small part of the population that's going to have to hurry up and change their mindset about that quick, fast, and in a hurry. So you say that you have a coffee shop here in LA. Tell us where it's at. I'm looking at the clock. We're going to get ready. It goes by so fast when we're having fun. But tell us in LA, so that we can go on over and Hustler's Cup. I like that.
so the coffee shop is called Hustler's Cup. It is by two women, Lanisa Williams and Alvinya Key. And I'm the business partner to Lanisa Williams, and she's the front person. She knows her coffee. I love drinking it, but she definitely knows how to put it together. And she's just a sweetheart, and she's very knowledgeable. She's been in the coffee business for about 14 years now. So she is very knowledgeable when it comes to what coffees and creamers and how to mix the drinks. We have different specialty drinks as well that we serve. We're in the transition of moving from one space to another. So we will definitely be back open again in November. But if you want to follow us at Hustler's Cup on ING, you can, and then we're also on Facebook as well.
Cool. That's because wait a minute. I'm glad that you told us that you're in the process of moving because my thought was, wow, after this conversation, I'm gonna go on over to Hustler's Cup. That sounds like a good thing. But you said you're back up and running, relocated in November.
Yes,
Cool, cool. Wow. Alvinya Key, Black Coffee Magazine. The November, December issue is about to launch. We're going to be able to find it at blackcoffee.com. Did I get
yes,
that right?
ma'am.
Blackcoffee.com. Okay. So is there a exact I hate to be, anything can happen, but November 1st, I'm gonna try to scurry on over there and take a peek, take a look. Will you have subscription for so that we
Yes.
get something
So
tangible in our
as
hands?
yes, as soon as you go on the website, it asks you right then and there to subscribe, and that way you'll know what's going on. And when all the uploads and the articles are actually up and ready to go.
Wow. Sounds good. Sounds good. I love this. Wow. Any last words? We've told people about Hustlers Cup is going to be open up again in November, LA. Let's keep that in mind. Oh,
Yes.
we didn't tell them where you're going to. Do you have a firm new location or shall we hold that off for later?
It's in LA in the Crenshaw district.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know what? A lot of businesses are going back there. Lamar Park area, correct? Oh,
Well, we're not
wow.
in Lamar Park. We're actually on Slauson and Sixth Ave.
Slauson and Sixth Ave, still very historical
Yes,
area. Well, I
yes,
myself, I
absolutely.
try to, I extend the area and call it part of Black Harlem. For LA.
Yes,
That's just me.
yes, yes. Definitely,
you
that's
know,
what it is.
I love that area. Wow. So that is going to be so very nice. All right. Any parting words? Any last words for us?
Just go to blackcoffee.com. And if you actually want to be featured in the magazine, you can email me at info@blackcoffeemag.com and give me a shout out, and I can send you the form for those who want to, promote their small business. And if you want to advertise, it's the same info@blackcoffeemag.com, and we'll give you the rates and get you all set up.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And these days, we all need to make sure that we are on top of mind. We need to do things like this, be on podcasts and let people know what's going on. So, thank you for coming, dear lady. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you
Thank
for
you.
inviting me.
Oh yes, we're gonna have you back when after your launch, probably
Yes,
top of the year when you're getting ready to get that January issue out. I'd really like to know how
absolutely.
the first one went. Yeah, that's gonna
Yes,
be
yes.
exciting. I love Black women and literature and one final question. One final question. It's online now. What about next year? Are we looking at a hard copy, something that we can have in our hands that on the
Um,
farthing?
right now we're just doing digital. We will see how things go in the first 6 months, and then we can decide from there.
Gotcha, gotcha. Spoken as a true businesswoman. Let's put it out there and let's see how it sails. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I'm Margo Levette, Business Card Radio with Margo Levette. It's been wonderful. I see people here. You know what? I always forget to check comments. I don't see, oh, I see a heart. Dr. Lewis says she loves us. And
Oh,
she's
thank you.
yeah, she's an awesome, awesome lady. So on that happy note, I'm gonna say see you all later, and everybody take care. All right, take care of yourself. So because we need you right back here, we need you reading awesome publications like Black Coffee Magazine. Bye bye.
Bye.